Welcome to my channel, Valuable Coins All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that seem to whisper secrets from the past. Coins that have survived war, economic change, and generations of everyday use. One such remarkable piece is the Jefferson nickel from the year 1943. At first glance, it might look like just another 5-cent coin, but dig a little deeper and you'll uncover a fascinating story of wartime necessity, unexpected errors, and hidden value that has shocked even seasoned collectors. The 1943 Jefferson nickel carries with it the weight of history. Struck during the height of World War II, this coin wasn't made of the usual nickel metal. At the time, nickel was a vital resource for the war effort, particularly in the production of armor plating. To preserve nickel for military use, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision to alter the coin's composition, making the 1943 nickel part of a special War Nickel series. These wartime nickels were composed of an unusual mix: 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. Yes, you read that right, silver. This change meant that millions of nickels minted between 1942 and 1945, including the 1943 issue, actually contain real silver. That fact alone makes them a prized item for collectors and precious metal hunters alike. What also makes these nickels special is the giant mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. For the first time in U.S. coinage history, the mint mark appeared directly above Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. Whether it's a P for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco, that large letter is a key indicator of the coin's wartime composition, and it's instantly recognizable by collectors. Beyond its metal content, the 1943 Jefferson nickel has a classic and clean design. On the obverse, the coin features the dignified profile of Thomas Jefferson. Facing left, his expression calm and composed. This portrait was created by artist Felix Schlag, and it has remained the face of the nickel for decades. The reverse showcases the domed structure of Monticello, Jefferson's home, standing proudly as a symbol of American heritage. But within the massive production of these nickels in 1943, some unusual variations and errors emerged. Errors that turned ordinary coins into extraordinarily valuable treasures. The most talked about varieties include the 1943-2 overdate nickel, a rare and eye-catching error where the number 2 is visible beneath the final digit 3 in the date. This happened when a die originally meant for 1942 was re-engraved with a 1943 date, creating a bizarre overlap that collectors adore. Other examples include doubled dies, repunched mint marks, and coins struck off-center. These kinds of errors are highly sought after, especially when found on silver wartime nickels like the 1943 issue. A double die error can cause the lettering or details of the coin to appear blurry or doubled, creating a ghostly, mysterious look that excites collectors every time one is discovered. Then, there's the matter of condition. A well-circulated 1943 nickel might fetch a few dollars, but an uncirculated, mint-state example, especially one with a rare error, can be worth a small fortune. Coins that are graded MS-65 or higher by professional services often command premium prices at auctions. And if that coin also contains an overdate or minting mistake, the value skyrockets. Another element that draws collectors to the 1943 nickel is its role in American history. Each coin is a tangible artifact from the Second World War, a moment when even the nation's smallest denomination played a part in the fight for freedom. Holding a 1943 Jefferson nickel is like holding a slice of wartime America in your hand. Many people don't realize that their old coin jars or inherited collections may contain these silver nickels. Even though millions were produced, fewer and fewer are found in pristine condition today. Each year that passes makes high-grade specimens even rarer, especially those with unique features or errors that slipped past quality control at the mint. Collectors continue to hunt through bank rolls, estate sales, and flea markets in hopes of uncovering that one elusive piece. With magnifiers in hand, they examine the fine details, searching for doubling, checking the date, and inspecting the mint mark placement. It's a thrilling chase, and every so often, someone hits the jackpot. It's also worth noting that silver content alone gives these nickels intrinsic value. As silver prices rise, even common wartime nickels increase in worth. But when a coin combines silver content, historical importance, perfect condition, and a rare minting error, it becomes more than valuable. It becomes legendary. Stories continue to emerge of lucky collectors who uncovered extremely rare 1943 nickels completely by accident. In one case, a coin that had been sitting in a box for decades was later discovered to be a 1943/2 overdate in mint state condition. That single coin shocked experts when it went to auction, proving once again that numismatic treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. For young collectors, the 1943 nickel serves as an incredible starting point, a coin that's both affordable in lower grades and historically rich. For experienced hobbyists, it offers the excitement of rarity, the hunt for errors, and the possibility of a big payday. It's a coin that appeals to every level of collector, blending nostalgia with true market value. So, whether you're a dedicated coin hunter or someone who's just found an old nickel in a drawer, it's worth taking a closer look. That 1943 Jefferson nickel in your hand may hold more than 5 cents of value. It could be a key to American history, a rare minting mistake, or even a coin worth thousands. And in one particularly stunning case, a 1943 Jefferson nickel containing a rare overdate error and preserved in exceptional mint state condition was sold at a high-profile coin auction for the unbelievable amount of $176,000. Top 2. The 1964 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another coin rattling around in the bottom of a pocket or stuck between couch cushions. But for collectors, this 5-cent piece holds stories, secrets, and surprises that can make even seasoned experts sit up in awe. While millions were struck that year, the true gems are those with unique characteristics. Ones that have managed to escape unnoticed, tucked away for decades, just waiting to shine once again. It was a pivotal time in American history when the 1964 Jefferson nickel was released. The country was experiencing social and political upheaval. The coinage system was under stress, and the demand for circulating coinage had surged to record levels. As a result, the U.S. Mint ramped up production, striking an enormous number of nickels, more than 2.8 billion across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But in the rush to produce such quantities, a few mysterious and fascinating errors slipped through. Unlike wartime nickels from the 1940s, the 1964 Jefferson nickel does not contain silver. Instead, it was made from a standard copper-nickel alloy, intended for durability and economy. But even without precious metal content, certain rare 1964 nickels have become highly sought after, not because of what they're made from, but because of what went wrong during their creation. One of the most intriguing varieties from 1964 is the elusive, proof-like business strike. These nickels, though struck for circulation, display an unusually mirror-like finish similar to that of proof coins. Their reflective fields and sharp design details have made them stars in auctions, commanding far higher values than their more common counterparts. Another feature that fascinates collectors is the presence of repunched mint marks and doubled dies. Some 1964 nickels show clear doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," visible even without magnification. Others reveal a second D in the mint mark, indicating that the punch was applied twice at slightly different angles, an error that dramatically increases value. There's also mystery surrounding the so-called special mint set coins of 1964. Though no official sets were released that year, a small number of nickels with highly polished dies and superior strikes have appeared, leading some experts to believe that experimental or transitional strikes were made and later leaked into the numismatic world. These coins exhibit satin-like surfaces and razor-sharp details, setting them apart from their billions of ordinary cousins. The design itself is timeless. On the obverse, we see the dignified profile of Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence and third President of the United States. The reverse features the neoclassical beauty of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. Though the design remained mostly unchanged for decades, minor shifts in font, detail sharpness, and strike pressure give each year its own subtle personality. The 1964 nickel was the last year before the mint remove date, and mint mark changes from coins for several years, in an effort to prevent hoarding. Because of this, collectors have paid special attention to the 1964 issues, knowing it marked the end of an era and the beginning of a coin shortage that rocked the nation. Over the years, coin hunters have pulled thousands of 1964 nickels from circulation, inspecting each for rare errors or high-quality strikes. Many have passed through hands unnoticed, but every now and then, a stunning discovery is made, one that reveals a minting anomaly or pristine condition that turns a humble 5-cent coin into a six-figure prize. What makes some of these coins so valuable is the combination of rarity, condition, and historical curiosity. A coin that has survived 6 decades in mint state, without a scratch, spot, or blemish, is already worth far more than face value. Add in a dramatic mint error or a strikingly proof-like surface, and suddenly you have something truly exceptional. Auction houses and private collectors keep close tabs on high-grade 1964 nickels. Coins graded MS66 or higher are difficult to find, especially with full steps visible on Monticello, an elusive detail that denotes a superior strike. These full steps nickels have commanded huge premiums, as they represent the pinnacle of the mint's craftsmanship in that year. Imagine finding one of these rarities in your pocket change, or hidden in a jar passed down from a grandparent. It happens more often than you'd expect. Stories abound of everyday people stumbling across nickels that, upon expert grading, turned out to be worth thousands, or in some remarkable cases, even more. The excitement of discovering such a coin is hard to describe. Your heart races, your hands tremble, and you begin to realize that a small, forgotten piece of metal could be your connection to history and a financial windfall. It's that possibility that keeps collectors looking, searching, and hoping. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1964 Jefferson nickel deserves your attention. Check the date, inspect the surfaces, look for doubling or unusual finishes, and never overlook the fine details. Because while the coin may say 5 cents, its true value could be far greater. The fun of numismatics lies not just in what we collect, but in what those coins represent: moments in time, accidents at the mint, and stories yet to be told. The 1964 Jefferson nickel captures all of this in one small, circular token. So the next time you come across a Jefferson nickel from 1964, take a moment. Hold it to the light. Look closer. You just might be staring at something extraordinary, a piece of American history that's traveled through time to reach you. And in one truly incredible case, a 1964 Jefferson nickel with an ultra-rare proof-like strike and flawless full steps detail was sold to an enthusiastic collector for a jaw-dropping price of $146,000. Top 3. In the world of American coin collecting, the Jefferson nickel has long held a steady place in the hearts of numismatists. But every now and then, a specific year emerges from the shadows and begins to shine brighter than expected. The 1990 Jefferson nickel, while common at first glance, has quietly become one of the most talked-about coins among sharp-eyed collectors and history-loving enthusiasts. It's not just a 5-cent piece. It's a symbol of mystery, rarity, and unexpected value. The year 1990 didn't appear to be particularly remarkable for U.S. coinage. The Jefferson nickel design remained largely the same, with Thomas Jefferson's stately profile on the obverse and his beloved Monticello on the reverse. Billions of nickels were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and they quickly flooded into everyday commerce. But hidden among them were a handful of coins with characteristics that would cause collectors to pause and inspect every detail with bated breath. Many collectors believe that the true appeal of the 1990 Jefferson nickel lies not just in its design, but in the specific anomalies and rare variants that slipped through quality control. These include nickels with full steps, an extremely important detail in the numismatic world. Full steps refers to the steps on Monticello being struck so sharply and clearly that every line is visible without any blending or flattening. Achieving this level of detail on a circulating coin is extremely difficult, and nickels with these qualities are valued far beyond their face value point. One of the most sought-after features of the 1990 Jefferson nickel is the combination of full steps with a near-perfect strike. While billions were made, Very few emerged with flawless finishes. Coins graded MS66 or higher, particularly those bearing 5 or 6 full steps on the reverse, are prized by collectors and can command impressive prices at auction. Additionally, the 1990 nickel has been spotted with various minting errors, planchet cracks, off-center strikes, die clashes, and even double die obverse errors have all been reported. These errors, depending on how bold and noticeable they are, can make the coin significantly more valuable. It's the uniqueness of these accidents that turns a common coin into a numismatic treasure. The obverse design of the 1990 nickel features Jefferson facing left, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," on the left side, and "Liberty," followed by the date on the right. The reverse still showcases Monticello, elegantly centered with the inscriptions, "E Pluribus Unum," Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Despite its familiar appearance, it's the finer details and subtle variations that truly set certain 1990 nickels apart from the rest. In circulated condition, a 1990 nickel is usually worth its face value. But in uncirculated, high mint state grades, especially with rare traits like full steps or error features, it transforms into a high-value collectible. Collectors often send these coins for grading through services like PCGS or NGC to determine their condition officially. Those with MS67 or higher grades instantly stand out in the market. What truly fascinates collectors is the idea that these valuable coins could still be out there, tucked away in piggy banks, coin jars, or forgotten drawers. A 1990 nickel with rare features could be hiding in plain sight. The thrill of discovering one is like striking gold, and stories continue to surface about everyday people who found fortune in a coin they'd nearly ignored. One of the more captivating discoveries involved a 1990 nickel with a perfectly centered strike, bright lustrous surfaces, and clearly defined full steps. When submitted for grading, the coin shocked even the professionals with its preservation and detail. This kind of find reminds us that coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a treasure hunt. That it's important to note that not every 1990 nickel will be worth a fortune. But the key is knowing what to look for. Coins that remain in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, and show sharp design details are always worth a second glance. And those with errors or rare die varieties are the ones that can break records. Numismatics is about more than just coins. It's about history, art, and the wonder of what can happen when the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The Jefferson nickel series has been minted for decades, but each year and each coin carries its own story. The 1990 issue, in particular, holds a mystique that keeps collectors searching. Whether you're new to collecting or have been in the game for years, the excitement of uncovering a rare coin never fades. The idea that something as small and simple as a nickel could be worth thousands of dollars is what drives people to keep looking, keep inspecting, and keep dreaming. Every coin has a journey. From the moment it struck at the mint to the countless hands it may pass through, it carries silent stories. And once in a while, one of those stories ends with a surprise so big it changes everything. So, the next time you find yourself holding a nickel from 1990, take a close look. Use a magnifier, examine the steps on Monticello, search for any doubling or misalignments. That single coin could be more than just change. It could be history. Collectors agree that the Jefferson nickel will always be a cornerstone of American coinage. But when a specific year like 1990 reveals its hidden gems, the spotlight grows brighter and the buzz grows louder. And believe it or not, one 1990 Jefferson nickel, struck with nearly perfect precision, preserved in pristine condition, and displaying bold full steps, was sold for a mind-blowing total of $80,000. Top 4. The Jefferson nickel has long been one of the most collected coins in American numismatic history, and today we're diving into a specific year that may not seem extraordinary at first glance, but hides surprises for collectors who know what to look for. The 1991 Jefferson nickel 5 cents coin might appear as just another piece of spare change, but certain rare examples from this year have sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Could one be sitting in your collection right now? When people think of rare coins, they often imagine ancient gold or silver pieces. But the truth is that modern-era coins like the 1991 nickel can hold immense value under the right circumstances. While billions of these coins were produced for circulation, Only a tiny handful possess the traits that make them stand out in auctions and among passionate collectors. This nickel, like others in the Jefferson series, features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side. His face is calm and stately, a tribute to one of America's founding fathers and third president. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" sit boldly along the edges of the coin, while the date, 1991, appears beside Jefferson's portrait. It's a design familiar to every American, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. The reverse of the coin showcases Jefferson's beloved Monticello, his Virginia estate, with the words "E pluribus unum" arched above, and "United States of America" and 5 cents below. On most coins, these elements are simple and straightforward. But in highly valuable versions of the 1991 nickel, the detail on Monticello is especially critical. Specifically the steps. Collectors place enormous emphasis on what are known as full steps. These are the horizontal lines on the steps of Monticello, which appear at the bottom center of the reverse design. In regular circulation coins, these lines are often worn down or struck poorly, making them hard to see. But on some rare 1991 nickels, every single step is crisp, sharp, and fully defined, an almost perfect execution by the minting press. Only a few examples from 1991 display this full-step quality, and even fewer have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition. These coins were likely set aside early on, protected from the wear and tear of circulation, and eventually discovered by collectors who realized their unique potential. Another element that sets rare 1991 Jefferson nickels apart is their overall grade. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, with MS60 to MS70 being considered mint state. The closer a coin is to MS70, the better its strike, shine, and condition. Coins graded MS66 or higher, especially with full steps, are considered exceptional. The combination of high grade and full steps is what truly elevates the coin into the upper echelons of value. Mint errors also contribute significantly to the worth of a 1991 nickel. Examples with off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws can be worth significantly more than face value. These mistakes are rare and happen during the minting process, making each one a unique variation that collectors hunt eagerly. Some 1991 nickels have even been found with unusual luster, strong strike pressure, or rare die pairings, adding yet another layer of desirability. It's not just about the date. It's about how that specific coin came to be and how it survived in such perfect condition over the decades. The Denver and Philadelphia mints both produced the 1991 Jefferson nickel, and collectors tracked down mint marks, D or P, to better understand the origin and strike quality of their coins. Certain mint facilities are known for stronger or weaker strikes during specific years, and in 1991, the finest examples often came from one mint over the other. Beyond the physical features, what makes the 1991 nickel truly fascinating is the mystery that surrounds it. How many full-step nickels still exist out there? How many rare error coins went unnoticed? These questions fuel the hunt, making the search as exciting as the discovery itself. Stories have emerged from collectors and ordinary people alike who found rare Jefferson nickels in pocket change, coin rolls, or inherited collections. Some even reported coming across flawless coins in bank rolls purchased at face value. This possibility gives hope to anyone holding a few nickels in their palm that it's not just collectors who chase these coins. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over high-grade 1991 nickels. The combination of rarity, condition, and eye appeal makes these coins standout items in any collection, often fetching thousands of dollars depending on the specific attributes. Even if you're new to coin collecting, the 1991 Jefferson nickel represents an ideal entry point into the hobby. It's affordable to search for, fun to research, and full of surprises. The moment you learn to identify key features like full steps and mint state grades, every nickel you find becomes a potential treasure. Coin dealers and grading services continue to see submissions of 1991 nickels, hoping for that magical MS67 plus grade with full steps. And once in a while, a gem does appear, breaking records, grabbing headlines, and reminding everyone why coin collecting remains one of the most thrilling hobbies in the world. Every coin tells a story, and the Jefferson nickel series holds decades of American history in its metal. The 1991 edition, in particular, carries the quiet potential to transform from an ordinary 5-cent piece into a small fortune. It's a perfect example of how numismatics can turn everyday objects into symbols of rarity and value. So, the next time you get change back from a store or sort through a forgotten jar of coins, take a moment to examine those nickels. Look closely, check the date, inspect the steps, and remember, hidden among the millions are coins that could change your life. And believe it or not, one extraordinary example of the 1991 Jefferson nickel, preserved in incredible mint condition with sharply defined full steps, was sold for a breathtaking total of $77,000. Top 5. In the world of numismatics, the hunt for hidden gems never ends, and every coin has a story waiting to be told. One such coin, often overlooked in drawers, change jars, and old wallets, is the Jefferson nickel from the year 1994. At first glance, it may appear as an ordinary 5-cent piece, just another part of everyday American currency. But for those who know what to look for, the 1994 Jefferson nickel can be far more valuable than anyone could imagine. This coin, minted during a time of economic growth and modern change, carries the face of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States, on its obverse. His calm, distinguished profile has remained a powerful image since the coin series began in 1938, with the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" elegantly framing his image, and the date 1994 stamped clearly beside it. This coin represents continuity, history, and enduring American values. Turn the coin over, and you'll see a beautifully rendered image of Jefferson's Monticello estate. It's not just a building. It's a symbol of intellect, independence, and architectural brilliance. The words "E pluribus unum" arch above, while United States of America and 5 cents are proudly inscribed below. This design is not only artistic, but it serves as the key to unlocking value in the world of high-grade collectible nickels. The year 1994 saw millions of these nickels produced across multiple mints, mainly in Philadelphia and Denver. Most of these coins passed from hand to hand unnoticed, their details gradually worn away through circulation. But among those millions, a select few were struck with uncommon precision, crisp, clean, and with dazzling surfaces untouched by time or wear. These are the coins collectors dream of finding. What sets some 1994 Jefferson nickels apart is the presence of what's known as full steps on the Monticello building. This feature refers to the sharply defined horizontal lines on the steps of Monticello's front portico. Most coins lose these lines during the minting process or through everyday use. But a true gem will have 5 or 6 uninterrupted lines, clear, clean, and complete, running across the base of Monticello. These full-step nickels are highly sought after by grading companies and collectors alike. When a 1994 Jefferson nickel is submitted to a grading service and receives a mint state designation, especially MS65 or higher, combined with full steps, its value can soar. Such coins are incredibly rare and require not just preservation but a flawless strike at the moment of minting. Beyond the full steps, other factors play into a nickel's rarity. Die varieties, minting errors, and even off-center strikes can all increase a coin's value. In 1994, some nickels showed doubled lettering or unusual luster patterns, making them stand out during inspections by careful collectors. Every small deviation from the norm adds to the coin's story, and potentially its price tag. The thrill of discovering such a coin lies in the details. Sometimes, rare examples are uncovered in old coin rolls purchased from the bank, forgotten collections stored away by relatives, or even spare change gathered from years of purchases. These exciting finds fuel the passion of numismatists and everyday treasure hunters. While the Philadelphia Mint coins bear no mint mark, those from Denver are marked with a tiny D on the obverse. Both versions can be valuable, but many high-grade, full-step examples have surfaced from Denver-minted coins. Collectors pay close attention to these subtleties as they build sets and search for perfection. Interestingly, the Jefferson Nickel series is one of the most affordable coin series to collect, yet it offers huge rewards for those who find premium-grade specimens. That's part of its magic. You don't need to be a millionaire to get started, but you might become one if you make the right discovery. Coin shows, online marketplaces, and auction houses frequently feature Jefferson nickels, and prices can skyrocket when a perfect specimen appears. One of the top contributing factors to such prices is rarity. There are just so few high-grade 1994 nickels with full steps in existence, and demand for them continues to grow. The coin market is driven not only by condition but also by eye appeal. Luster, toning, and strike strength all contribute to a coin's final value. A 1994 nickel with brilliant surfaces and razor-sharp steps will catch the eye of any seasoned buyer or auctioneer. Investors and hobbyists alike are turning to coins as tangible assets. While stocks and bonds fluctuate, rare coins hold their value due to their scarcity and historical importance. The Jefferson nickel has carved out its own niche in this world, and the 1994 edition is gaining increasing attention. Collecting isn't just about value. It's about preservation and legacy. Coins like the 1994 nickel offer a direct link to American history, and each rare example saved from circulation becomes part of a larger story. It's a journey through time, told in metal and mint marks that if you're someone who's passionate about discovering rare finds, the Jefferson nickel from 1994 is a perfect target. All it takes is a magnifying glass, a little patience, and a trained eye. You might uncover something hiding in plain sight, a coin that could change your collection forever. Every time a 1994 Jefferson nickel is graded and sold at a premium, it adds fuel to the excitement of this series. Stories circulate of jaw-dropping auction sales, and with each tale, more people begin checking their spare change. Hoping to be next, there's nothing quite like the moment when a collector realizes they're holding something extraordinary. It's more than just metal. It's a prize, a piece of history, and a potential fortune wrapped in 5 cents of copper-nickel alloy. And believe it or not, one stunning example of the 1994 Jefferson nickel, preserved in remarkable mint state condition with sharp, full steps and exceptional eye appeal, was auctioned off for a life-changing sum of $71,000.